Now, this news, although far from welcome, of course, doesn't come as a total shock. We all spent less when jobs, gyms and restaurants were forced to shut. Factory and construction output also fell, of course, during lockdown. So where do we go from here, and how long will economic recovery take? I'm joined now by John Caudwell, business leader and philanthropist, founder of Phones for You. He donated to the Conservative Party at the last election. Also with us, Rupert Harrison, former chief of staff for George Osborne and portfolio manager at BlackRock Asset Management, and Kate Bell, head of economics and employment rights at the TUC. Good morning, all of you.
Good morning.
Morning.
If I could start with you, John Caudwell, there was a lot of talk at the beginning of all this that we would have a V-shaped recovery in the UK. The economy would nosedive and then we would bounce back quickly. How likely does that seem now?
That never seemed likely. It was always a complete nonsense. I think people have just got no comprehension of the damage that coronavirus was going to do to the economy, and I still don't think they have. And when we talk about, the economy now being officially in recession, that's a bit like saying we've now confirmed the elephant's over a kilogram because we put it on the scales. It's so catastrophic, this event is. And the million unemployed at the moment is a tiny, tiny view of what's going to happen over the next few months. There's going to be millions thrown out of work. Now, I hate speaking like this, but it's reality. And it's one of the reasons I'm campaigning all the time with the government to do the only thing which will rescue this economy. And that's my plan, which I call the Caudwell Pandemic Recovery. And that plan is a combination of four things. It's based on borrowing a huge amount of money, but the four aspects of it are massive investment into renewable energy businesses, a huge investment in apprenticeship schemes for the young to get the young into useful work that provides them with the skills for the future, huge inward investment schemes to get businesses that are operating in foreign countries to come to the UK shores, and a massive investment in all infrastructure, railroad, hospitals, housing, fibre optic. Now, this will cost the UK economy an absolute fortune, but it's not a question of can we afford to do this? It's a situation that we can't afford not to. And my big fear is at the moment that most people don't understand this. And the government certainly don't seem to understand it. And unless people wake up soon and take positive action, the catastrophe for the working people of this country is going to be immeasurable.
How would that be affected if there's, if not a full-scale second wave, but if we continue to see localised lockdowns?
Well, the Caudwell Pandemic Recovery is even more vital if there's a further lockdown. But
what would have been reactions from have you spoken to the government at all about it? Any sort of sense of reaction to your plan?
Well, I managed to, I had a long conversation with Rishi Sunak some time ago to try and influence the direction he was going in. And he did change that and put 100% guarantee in for loan guarantee in for businesses. But, the government have got a lot of intellectual people there, and I'm not sure whether their view, whether they understand my view, whether they see it. But I can guarantee that view is right. What we're going to have is millions of people unemployed, unemployment benefits going through the roof, spending coming down, and it is going to be catastrophic. I've had this debate endlessly with the economists, the chief economists in my major banks.
And you know what, John Caudwell, we could continue this debate for a very, very long time. Obviously, it's so fundamental to the country. John Caudwell, thank you.